Welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic 2. I'm Hunter Black Luna. And it's time to level up, everybody. It's probably my favorite time ever. Our persuade skill is through the roof. Which is ironic, because we haven't really had much chance to practice our persuasiveness. Considering, you know, most people are, you know, dead. Okay, that should bring us up to another level of computer use and repair. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Man, this is a good level up. I love it when I get one of everything. That's just great stuff. There's still so many feats I want. I gotta keep going with the dual wielding though. It still bugs me that all forms of dual wielding are exactly the same in the game's eyes, but I mean, hey, what you gonna do about it? Disable droid is tempting. Mind trick is cool too. I might go for that. Screw it, battle meditation is awesome. I mean, it's just crazy awesome. So much so that I'm gonna use it right now, using all my force points. Alright. I'm gonna frag out and then attack. That didn't do bad damage, I suppose. Damn, man. Pretty much took care of him. I kinda wish for my force speed back. Stop moving. Oh, he sees me. I guess he just does the diabolical robot pose, you know, on his own. Thanks to advanced dual wielding, we got a pretty sizable attack bonus, plus our strength, of course. That's good. Screw it, I'm always using burst to speed first.
This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there and we can't get to it.
Lassie's trapped down a well?
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
I guess that's not a correct reference, but whatever.
How can you even understand that noise?
I've got experience.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
Certainly. You're up T3, even though I'm probably just as good at computer use, if not better. But you're up. There you go. I gotta admit, without all the Paragus, T3's really come through for us. Give it a burst of speed, and battle meditation when I can. Ooh. This'll be good. Oh! I was not disappointed. Let's rock, everybody. Thank God the frame rate isn't doomed to be bad. I guess it was just the hard drive going up or something. I hear an electrical noise. It's empty, but I had to pass the security check? Man. Height of lameness. Since we regenerate, I don't need to worry about his healing as much. Until we get more force points, this is going to be a problem. It's either going to be speed or battle meditation, and it's one or the other. I gotta tell you which way I'm going. Let's try some sonic grenades here. Alright. Wow, that actually worked pretty well. Let's see if we can recover these and I don't know, sell them later or something. Yes. considering we didn't even start this area with pants, I think things are going pretty well.
Just say the word.
I guess we do get EXPs or something for disarming mines. And, I guess these skills ought to be most useful. Oh, that's it. Poor scoundrels. Yeah.
Time to take you down to size.
Might as well use grenades. I always just end up stockpiling them and never use them. That's kind of a shame. Especially if I can get a 2 for a deal like that. T3 just got his next level droid upgrade, which is a pretty important aspect to a droid. It lets them use more powerful equipment. Although right now it looks like he's still good. Still can't justify the dual wielding. Wish there was a way to tell him to use his equipment. There isn't really. Yes, finally battle meditation again. Such an awesome power. It's even better than Force Valor. Okay, guys. Whatever. Let's do what we can here. I have a bad feeling... Well, our guys are ranged, so if we do it real careful, like... we might be able to avoid stepping into mines. Like using sonic grenades to do our fighting for us. Nice. And T3 promptly runs through it anyway, in classic KOTOR AI fashion.
Everyone down!
Looks like that just kind of pissed him off. What, is this guy a tough guy or something?
Settle this.
Not anymore. The general killed men in Korea. He doesn't give a shit about your mining droids. The decontamination chamber. That gas doesn't look particularly healthy. Let's see what we can do about this. It's really equivalent here. Let's use computer. Let's use repair. There's the decon chamber. Oof. I gotta do it. I'm sure there's some way that could have been avoided, but I'd rather just pay the spike costs. Maybe T3 can reimburse us for that later. Simple slice job. Slice job sounds like something you wouldn't want to get from a prostitute. Unless you're into that. And if you're watching this, this means you're watching it on the internet, so you're on the internet, which means you already know that everybody's into something. Let's have a look around and see if we can loot anything. Oh, my hunches were right. These looting hunches carried me through the war, let me tell you. Components are necessary for important stuff like computer spikes. Like the bunch of computer spikes we just paid to bypass that little gas trap. That's a lot of rocks. Alright, we've cleared the place out. Let's get moving. And with movies disabled, we should be able to just go.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
And it's sit time, everybody. If you let any aboard, then you'll have to directly fight it. You might want to do that if you don't give a fuck. They're not necessarily smart. Different than the Sith fighters, they can't actually destroy you with this engine. And to get into the Ebon, you have to freaking run right past you. I just survived it right in. And I thought the friggin' stormtrooper-like armor was supposed to protect you from any problem. I thought that makes it worthless as armor. Frankly, I never liked the stormtrooper armor design. I'm not saying I dislike it, but I didn't see why it has to be in every single Star Wars.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Freya.
There is no time. We must leave.
If they hit us, we're dead. But if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up. Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Great.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
Hold on! This is gonna get a little rocky. Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi. Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won. Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
Sorry about not having cutscenes, guys, but you can get the gist of what happened. Paragus go boom. Hopefully with those Sith on it.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What happened to all those Dark Jedi then?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed. Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them. That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
Well then what the hell do we do? Yeah.
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough. You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much
I'd
again?
say that depends on the cause.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice. Your fool's words echo of a Jedi. You have much to learn.
I'm not some peach-faced Padawan you can just boss around, Kreia.
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
Great. Karth's homeworld. We didn't actually see it in the last game, but he said it was devastated.
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk. Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds. True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare. I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to
Insightful
Be
commentary.
silent. We're having a conversation here.
You might know something, Kreia.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
But we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
Yeah, she did.
We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger could use your help. I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her. Are you blind? If I were her, I'd be screaming like a stuck Minok. Well, I mean a very strong, manly Minok.
Sure.
I think she's just too proud to show any weakness. Especially in front of you. In case you hadn't noticed, she won't say 2 words to me, but she'll talk your ear off any chance she gets. What you think matters to her. A lot. She wants you to respect her. Besides, we haven't got much else to do until Telos. Oh, don't give me that. All it takes is being around people enough to read them. You should try it sometime.
Oh, yeah? Alright. And we've moved closer to the light side because, you know, we believe in fighting evil and all that stuff. Also, we appear to be tripping. No, that's the hyperspace effect. Ebon Hawk. I remember this place from the last game. I'll probably be saying that a lot. Oh, hello. An older HK unit. And you need to get a number of critical parts in order to get it working again. 4 critical components. And we found the vocabulator on Paragus. We'll find the other 3 later and get this HK unit working, and maybe it can explain why there's, you know, a bunch of them instead of just the one. Also, T3, where have you gotten off to? Are you in the computer room? T3 spends some of his times in here, Actually, the robot tends to wander quite a bit. He can make us some nice computer spikes. Yay! He actually provides you quite a bit. I really appreciate that, man. Actually, he did reimburse us for the gas chamber. Pretty cool. He's not gonna tell us for now. We'll just have to work on our influence. Chill out, man. I'm just trying to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, bro. And once again, we gain line side points and influence for not being a total dick. I'm kind of surprised we didn't lose influence with Kreia for not groveling to her. Although maybe I'm being uncharitable. Kreia can be found in this dormitory. Right here. That one.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
Yeah, back in the engine of the Harbinger.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it. Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
I'm pretty much the hero of this game. I agree with this.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you. I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme. Then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker. Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Ouch.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
Which is the game's explanation for why you don't both take damage when you're in the party together.
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Yep, that's the upside.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks. Indeed. And was it the same as before? If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force. What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
That is a pretty cruel action.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you. If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
Yeah.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved. It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
It's worth a shot.
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again, and if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I guess if I've lost my connection to the Force, I am a peach-faced Padawan again.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you, through my words and presence.
Alright.
Ask, and I will answer. These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split. Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did. In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked. I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
I'll let them come.
Ask, and I will answer.
Now, we know what happened since the Mandalorian Wars, but if you didn't watch the first one, or if you need a refresher course...
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
Let's start with the Mandalorian Wars. That's pretty much how the KOTOR series... That's been the background the whole time.
It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
But the Jedi were pricks.
Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned. Two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions. Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing. You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle, and so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian Crusade. But you know this. Consumed them? No. Taught them. Defined them? Yes. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
Yeah.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still. As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War. No one knows, certainly not I. After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where she has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know. It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Remember how I said that the writer wasn't allowed to play the game when they made the first draft of this game? Wasn't allowed to play KOTOR 1? Yeah. Whether you saved the Republic or turned on it, the results are depressingly similar.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive. We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you. The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come. Ask, and I will answer. I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it. It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Alright.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit, and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
Yeah, we really need to nip this in the bud.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Huh. Looks like we evened out then. I'm redrawn close to the light side. Kreia is a very interesting character. I'll go so far as to say she's one of the most interesting characters in all of Star Wars, frankly. And we'll see that going ahead. And we'll talk to Anton next time on Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic 2. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.